Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I had to process. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Come on, Billy Billy. Here, on today's episode, I'm going to put this a bit down because it's covering your face. On today's episode, we have Valerie again.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Good to be back.
Yes.
Enjoyed a lot last time.
Thank you. That means a lot. I wanted to say, you might think, what, those girls are repeating guests. They don't have much friends. We do. But we bring the ones that actually want to join us. So, Valerie, last episode, we didn't have an opportunity for you to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about you.
Okay.
So, who are you, Valerie?
Oh, wow. That's a strong question in the beginning.
Okay.
So, I'm from Czech Republic and I'm 22. I am her classmate. I'm also a teacher already.
Yes. Which is impressive.
Yeah.
At 22.
No. Well, anyways, it's a job. And I don't know. You have to ask specific questions.
I don't want to ask the normal everyday questions, but I'm so tired. Why did you come to Denmark? No, don't tell me that. And today, actually before we go to the topic, and actually we can link it in, I just wanted to say that I'm so happy today. How are you today? Okay. Well, first of all, you tell me, how are you today?
I honestly didn't do much today. Just I slept.
Skipped class and slept.
Okay,
silly girl.
I don't usually skip. Okay, I had a good reason.
Okay, we're not gonna go into that. Oh fuck! I have to charge my computer.
So why are you good, Nadia?
I am very happy today, and in general today and yesterday, because the good weather is here.
Oh, true.
Yes.
Yeah. It was very warm.
It was very warm today. I went to Roskilde with school. Today we had a field trip and we were walking around. We even had to take our jackets off. You know how happy I was that I had to take my jacket off? It was so nice.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. I really hope this summer is not like last summer and that the weather is good, because
last summer was raining crazy
every day, July and August. It was so depressing. I was I was so excited coming from Norway. Norway actually was pretty good weather during May and June, and then I was like, oh, I'm so excited for Danish summer.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. It was horrible.
I actually, now I'm thinking about that, I don't really remember much from being in Denmark
last summer.
Yeah, last summer. But I think I was a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. At least, just the things I forget about those things, you know.
Me too.
I really have a very short term memory, kind of, but a long term memory for some things. So it's like for summer, I don't remember. I remember I worked a lot, and I remember I went to Spain/Morocco last summer. At the end, that's all I remember.
Spain/Morocco. Was it Spain or Morocco?
Both. I went to Spain, and then from Spain I flew to Morocco.
Yeah.
Actually, this summer I'm so excited because it's the first time I'm taking 2 weeks off. Because
Are you actually? Or you don't know yet?
I will go to Spain. My mom doesn't know this, but she doesn't listen to the podcast, so she won't know.
Dangerous.
Yes, I will go to Spain to surprise my mom in June, and then I want to go again at the end of summer because I want to go to Morocco mainly, and it's cheaper to go to stop in Spain and then go from Spain to Morocco. But yeah, are you going else anywhere? I know, but.
I am, and I'm so excited. So Thelia is going with me.
Yeah, Thelia.
But last time when I was talking to her, she wasn't really sure. So I have to talk to her, I think, again.
Okay.
I have to convince her a bit. Because we are planning to go to the northern borders with Sweden.
And Sweden and
Norway. Yeah. But it's called Abisko, and the city or the place where we're going. And then we want to walk all the way to the south, and we want to go by walking, and we're gonna go with the backpacks, and I've done it last year already on my own in Norway. I went from Norway to Sweden on the it's called in Swedish or Norwegian St. Olavsleden, and it's basically the same as the Camino de Santiago in Spain, but up north. It's the same. It's like
Yeah, it's true
Catholic.
because they have the signs and some signs, right?
Yeah, it's just like a different type. Just the one in Spain is super famous, and the one in Norway, no one really knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like what I wanted to go for. I don't like going to places that are super like touristic and everyone knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the hidden ones.
Were
And
there
exploring new.
were there a lot of people when you did it last year?
No, and I also went backwards. So I went from Trondheim to Östersund.
Mm-hmm. So people usually do it the opposite way?
Yeah, yeah, that's like the way because in Trondheim there's a cathedral and it's all like Catholic pilgrim route.
Okay.
But yeah, I did it backwards.
And all by yourself in very bad shoes, and you came with this much pain in your.
Yeah, that was kind of a mistake on my.
I hope this time you take very
bought
good shoes
already.
Okay.
I already bought shoes. I haven't tried them yet, so I have to go on some hikes before I go to Sweden.
Yeah.
To walk them.
And sorry. How many kilometers was it last year? Sorry, I just come with questions. I have to say them, otherwise I forget.
Last year I went 250 in the end. I was planning to go 300 in 10 days, but I had because of the shoes, I couldn't flex my feet at all because it was like super swollen and something went bad with my nerves in my toes and I couldn't feel my pinky toe.
It's true for the longest time.
For like 4 months, 5 months.
Gosh.
Yeah. So, but it was a lot of fun and the places were beautiful and I slept outside mostly. A couple of times I slept inside because I was just tired. But otherwise I didn't even have oh my God, it's actually kind of crazy when I think about it. I didn't have a sleeping mattress.
Okay.
I didn't have anything. And I didn't have a proper sleeping bag. I just borrowed one from Tomáš.
Yeah.
Because I left mine in Czech Republic. And his was until 15 degrees, which is nothing for Norway and Sweden.
Even though it's summer, it's still chilling.
I took my winter jacket with.
Okay.
It weighed a lot, so they're not the smartest. And I was still freezing at night. I was still freezing.
You slept with a winter jacket?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Valerie.
Winter jacket and all the ski underwear and everything. And I was still freezing one night. And one night there was actually this German lady sleeping next to me. It was so funny because I was going, that day it was 40 kilometers for me. And I came to a place where there was a river and I really needed to shower. And it was so cold. I'm sorry, it's just like I started.
No, tell me. It's very fun.
There was a small tent, right? Just like the tiny tent. And she was in there, but I didn't know because it was not that late. And I was thinking, I saw some people back there, so maybe it was them. So I went and I, undressed. It's like no one around. And I went to the river and I went to shower because that's what I did every night. I found a place to shower. And
every night?
Yeah, actually every night. Yes, every night because there was a lot of waterfalls, so I showered in waterfalls. It was so nice.
Oh my God.
I showered in rivers and everything that was there.
Oh my God, that's
super
so
nice. But anyways, it was so cold. It was so cold and there was a cold day. So I went into the river and I started like shouting. I was like shouting because, like
it was cold.
Yeah. And I shouldn't swear here, but I was like swearing, shouting.
You can swear, it's fine.
And and then the lady came out of the tent. She was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
So there was someone around. Oh my gosh.
I was just like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. But then I made friends with the lady, and she gave me the emergency blanket.
Yeah.
Just in case I was cold. But she gave it to me in the morning when I told her I was freezing.
Oh gosh.
So. That's one story from my
That is very nice.
Otherwise, the
other
camping stories just super nice. I slept well.
And you didn't have like a sleeping bag or anything?
I had a sleeping bag, but as I said, like 15 degrees.
Yeah. Was it like Was it like mostly Denmark or mostly Sweden? Norway or mostly Sweden?
It was half. And half. Yeah, like literally.
What would you say was?
Norway.
Okay, I didn't have to even formulate the question. Which country was the prettiest? That was what I wanted to ask. No, right? Okay. I wonder why. I lived there for 6 months, 6 months of my life. Apart from like living here, of course. I live my life here.
But I think it's also because in Sweden it was mostly asphalt road.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't that nice to walk in. I like the mountains.
Nice. And you're excited about this year with Elia?
I'm so excited because it's
you can use my sleeping bag. That is 0 minus 5.
Okay, I have mine. I brought it from Czech now.
Okay.
Last time it was like emergency.
I can give it to Telia then. I don't think she has a good one.
Yeah, good idea. If she comes, I hope she comes.
Yeah, she's gonna come. She has to go. Otherwise, what is she gonna do? She doesn't have a job. Telia, go.
It's supposed to be one of the last pure nature walks in Europe.
Whoa. Is it like a route, like a made-up route?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many kilometers is this time?
400.
400 kilometers.
478, actually.
It's almost 500. So it's double what you did last year. That's why it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I am so not going to that. Even though you invite, if you ever, no.
I'm so excited.
I would never. I don't like walking at all.
Yeah. I wanted to go alone because it's just something else when you're alone in the mountains. Literally, you can shout everywhere and no one is there. Just like a couple of animals. It feels so good. And then the whole day, you just walk and it's silence. And then it just clears your head so much. It's so nice. But this time, I'm kind of scared to go alone because it's very, very far up north.
Yeah.
So
up north in July, you're going?
Yeah. July.
Up north in July, in some places, I think there's still snow.
Yeah, probably.
But not everywhere. Because I went to Lofoten last year. Very beautiful place in Norway. And there was snow in some places. Like some of the hikes had snow. But you're not technically hiking. You're more like walking down from North Sweden to... You're going to the Arctic Circle.
Yes.
It's just super crazy. Have you ever been to the Arctic Circle?
No, I don't think so. No.
It's insane. You're gonna see the midnight sun, which is the craziest thing.
I've seen it in Trondheim,
but
I don't think
did it
Trondheim
ever get dark during Trondheim?
No, like
at all.
No, it looked like sunset the whole time and then sunrise.
Oh. Then that's it. Well, Celia is gonna see that because that's what. It was amazing because like in Lofoten it was like it was like a sunset all the time. It was 3 a.m. We felt like our sleeping schedule got crazy, but that's so nice. That's so nice. Are you going somewhere else after that?
Well, Lithuania.
Oh yes, we're going to Lithuania. I've never been there.
No.
Never even thought about ever going in my life, honestly. No offense to Gabby. We love you so much, our Lithuanian baby girl. However, who thinks about going to the Baltics? No offense to all the Baltic people. But seriously.
I think it's beautiful, but it's like mostly cities, I think. Not really.
I don't know, honestly. Gabby lives in the forest. So I think there's some forest, but it's going to be flat. Yeah. Flat country with forests. I wonder if they have deers and stuff.
Probably deers are everywhere.
Yeah, they are. They are. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Just realize you do travel a lot. Like you've been to India and so many places. We talked about it in the other episode. You do. Yeah. And you want to tell us a little bit about how you traveled back in the days, Valerie?
Okay.
Like a little bit about your hitchhiking experience. Because here, Valerie, where you see her so pure and innocent, she's been doing some crazy roads in Europe and some crazy stuff. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about...
It's not that crazy.
Okay, it's not that crazy. For me, yes, I've never hitchhiked in my life. Actually, that's a lie. First time I've ever hitchhiked was in Norway, maybe, or here in Denmark, which I feel fully safe.
Maybe to Moon. We went hitchhiking to Moon once because there's no connection.
I think that was the first time we hitchhiked. Right? And I was like, and we got a car after the second time, and it was a very old man that it was very nice.
Honestly, when I have a car, I really want to take some hitchhikers, but I never met any. It's like
there's not that many, honestly. In Denmark, I've never met. In Norway, never. I don't know if you ever experienced it when you were hitchhiking, but in Norway, I did it a couple of times. I did it pretty often. Actually, one of the days, kind of funny story, I was with my friends and we were like, we had to go to a city for some documents, and then we were like, okay, let's try to do it hitchhiking. You go on your way, we go on our way. So we were like two groups of people trying to hitchhike, and we did a kind of a competition to see who would make it first. And then I think we won, but on the way back they won because it's hard to get hitchhikers. And the Tesla drivers, Norway, there's so many Tesla drivers, they look at you and they're like, no, don't even think about it. And they like even go faster for you to look at them and be like, okay.
I get it. I've stood on the roads like for a long time, and me and my friend Susanna, we were always laughing about like, they don't want to take us in the car. They know that we haven't showered in a couple of days, and they know that we're like, we're just,
How in which countries have you hitchhiked?
Well, it started actually when I was 17 and I went to Hungary, and we went on work away, and then we wanted to visit some places as well, but there was a really bad train connection, so we tried to hitchhike a little bit. And then the year after there was COVID, so we didn't really go anywhere. And then the year after we went by train to Austria, and then from Austria we basically hitchhiked all the way to Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia, Romania, and then from Romania we took a BlaBla car back like through Hungary to Czech Republic. So that was like our biggest trip.
Through the Balkans. Now I'm thinking I'm saying Balkans. Did I say Balkans before referring to Baltics?
No, I think you said Baltics.
I hope I did. Otherwise, Gabby's going to kill me. I'm sorry, I'm confused, but that's so cool.
Yeah, it was actually, I think, the craziest trip I've ever had in my life.
How often do you think like people take you? Because I feel like to girls, maybe they have it easier than with guys. I don't know. I've seen like Instagram and TikTok people hitchhiking, and they struggle a lot, and they try to do it before the sun sets because during the night is hard.
During the night you cannot really get anything. We just went to sleep during the night wherever we were. We didn't really sleep inside for the 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We slept in some couch surfing places, but otherwise we usually just found a place to just lie down. Yeah.
Is it like, sorry, tell me.
No, I wanted to say that it is actually pretty, I don't know, it really depends. Like, depends on the country, depends on the where you're standing, if they take you or not.
I wanted to ask you that, and I wanted to ask you, sorry, I burped. I wanted to ask you, sorry, I just wanted to say, I wanted to ask you, which country would you say would you say was the easiest? Like, have you hitchhiked through the whole Europe? Because you've been to Spain, right? You hitchhiked in Spain?
No.
Was it Lisbon then? You wanted to tell me a crazy story about Lisbon the other day. You can tell me now.
But that was not hitchhiking, and that was well, basically,
okay.
When I turned 17, I had this friend who was on Erasmus in Lisbon. And I had like a tough time in my life and so on, and I was talking to him a lot on my phone, and I was like, I'm actually it's like we had nice talking time. And then one day I asked him, or I said, I just really want to give up on this and I just really want to go to Lisbon. But it never occurred to me that I could actually go because of my family, because like I would be traveling alone, and I've never done that, and I was 17. Also, I never took the plane alone, or like I took it when I was like 6, which doesn't count. So that would be like the first time taking plane. And he told me, I looked at some flight tickets and it's actually not that bad, you can come. And then I considered it and I was like, okay, I could, but my parents would never let me. So I talked to my sister. I went to my sister and I was like, so this is the situation. I really want to go. Can you cover for me?
Okay.
And she said, yeah, I can do that. But I think you can tell my mom, our mom, it's like, she's going to be fine with it. And if not, I'll help you to convince her.
Yeah.
So this is what we did. I talked to my mom. I was like, hey, so I want to go to Lisbon. And my sister supported me. But we all agreed not to tell my dad. because he would not let me.
Okay.
So basically, I went to Lisbon on my own. It was a crazy route. I had to go to Poland to the airport, then I had to change in Porto, and then he picked me up at the airport, and then it was just like a bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was such a nice trip. It was like the first time I went on my own, and I was completely free, and I could do whatever. I could just like be, late in the city. It's just like I could
Yeah. Oh my
go
God,
to
that
the
feeling.
beach. I could take pictures. I felt like the adult.
Yes.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And then my dad called me once, and he was like, "Oh, where are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm at this cottage with my friends." I lied to him. I did.
You lied to me.
I lied to him. He called me. I was in a metro in Lisbon, and he believed me.
Does he not till this day that you went to
Actually, I
Lisbon?
told him a couple of years after.
Yes.
I told him that I've been to Lisbon, but I don't think he connected the dots.
So I never found out, and you're like 22 now. That was like, what, 5 years ago? And he never found out that you went to Lisbon with your friend at 17 without telling him.
Not with my friend, to visit my friend.
Okay, to visit
actually.
your friend. Sorry. To visit your
But,
friend.
As I said, I said it to him
Yeah.
a couple
But
of
he
years
just
after.
didn't connect. Yeah.
I think he just didn't realize that he didn't know about it because I've been traveling so much. So he must have been like, "Oh, that's Spain," or "That's yeah, I know about it." But I think he would be cool with it if I came to him and if I said like, when I was 17.
Yeah. After like what I see with parents sometimes is that when you see that you're fine and it's been years that like a year, months that happened, you see you're fine now, you're healthy, you're okay. They're like more like chill about it. If you're telling them before or after or like during, then it's a bit crazy. But I've told my mom multiple things after I've done them for like a year. I'm like, Mom, I did this once. I ran out of home. Like I sneaked out. And like and she's like, you know what? It's fine. Who doesn't do that when they're like 17, 15?
But who sneaks out to Portugal?
Okay, that's no one never met someone that sneaked out to another country. Never.
It was so nice, though. It was so nice. I recommend.
I really like the feeling. I will do anything to feel the feeling of like walking around in the city, feeling like an adult-ish for the first time. It's like a different feeling, when you're like, you don't have to call your mom. Your mom is not going to be like, what are you? Go home, or your parents or anyone else, which is very, very nice. But yes, I want to go back to the topic of hitchhiking because I have some questions there. But before, we're going to take a little break. And we've been talking already for a really long time, which is very nice. 23 minutes. So yeah, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back. So yes, so you would, is it legal, by the way, hitchhiking in every country in Europe? Like which countries? I don't think it's legal in Spain to hitchhike for so many reasons. I mean, so many reasons why I find hitchhiking super dangerous.
I think it is legal mostly in Europe, but for example, not on highways. On highways, it's only in Sweden, I think, that it's legal.
You can hitchhike in Sweden in a highway?
Like you can be on the entry to the highway, which is actually very convenient because cars can stop there, even though it's like not the best, I guess, stop. But when you get on a highway, you shouldn't get off it if you want to go long distances. So, for example, if you want to get from, I don't know, Sweden to Norway as fast as you can, you should, you should stay on the highway and just get off on the gas stations. Because otherwise, going into the city is always kind of
I would say a gas station is
city.
a very nice place to go.
Yeah.
Hitchhiking.
Yeah.
To hitchhike, yeah.
Yeah, gas station, and then bus stop is not the best place, but we've done it so many times.
I mean, it's just very convenient because, it has time to stop, to see you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we've done some, just like parking spots beside the road, I guess.
And like, is it legal? Because you said before you camped mostly. Is it legal camping in the?
No, That's actually not. Like, for example, Croatia, it's illegal. And honestly, I don't know much about where it's legal when it's where
No.
it's not. It's Susanna who knows. She's always like, you know that we cannot camp here. But like, I was
Let's
like, oh,
just
I
go
didn't
there.
know. But we're already doing it, so.
Yeah. Have you ever got caught like camping or hitchhiking by the police?
No, but one time we women like oh I forgot about this.
Which in the memory basket.
No, it was where was it? In Germany. And there was this guy and we wanted to come to like a place, I don't know, to some city. And he didn't really understand us and he took us somewhere else. And then he ended up actually throwing us off on a highway.
Okay. He
Which in
stopped in the
Germany,
highway?
yes, he stopped in the highway. No, it's like entry to the highway, I
Okay.
guess. And then he turned around, like U-turn, and he left. So strange. And then we ended up on the highway, like there was no walking path, right? And we were laughing so much. We were like, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
I bet it
And
was fun.
it was raining, and there was nothing around, just like highway, and no way how we should get to the city
Yeah.
if we wanted to sleep or I don't know somewhere. And there was this lady who stopped and she was like, girls, are you okay? And we were like, no, actually. And she was like, should I call the police?
Oh gosh.
Like, no. Yeah, but it ended up fine. She gave us a ride
Okay.
somewhere and yeah, we just slept somewhere else.
If you had to recommend for out there hitchhikers, because well, I don't hitchhike, and I understand why people wouldn't, because first of all, I would be so afraid of getting in the wrong person's car, and I don't know, or like them turning into the wrong turn
Yeah.
and taking you to a place where they can. There was this like huge thing in huge crime done by people who caught it. Anyways, like once in a lifetime happens. Really doesn't happen, but I don't know. I will be super scared. But yeah,
like I want to get back to this actually, but why not to hitchhike?
Yeah.
But
if you had to recommend the country, I want to go to tips first later, or like hitchhikers for like people who want to listen. But I think everyone should be able to know if they are in the situation when they have to hitchhike to able how to do it. But first of all, if you had to recommend a country where you would definitely do it every time, like nonstop, like you would hitchhike to anyone, and a country where you hitchhike and you would never recommend.
So the never recommend would be Sweden because we tried and it just didn't work.
Yeah. No one taked you, or like no one stopped?
No, like we spent the whole day just going a really short distance. And what I would recommend is like, for example, Serbia or Romania.
People take you there.
Yeah, they stopped a lot. And also in Romania, we've heard that in some places they don't even have public transportation. So it's actually very common for them to hitchhike as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the countries. But for the reasons why not to hitchhike, you were saying the most common thing, like so many people asked us about it. Like, but aren't you scared that someone is going to kidnap you?
Yeah.
And aren't you scared that I'm a murderer? And we're like, no. And it's for a simple reason, because you can feel the person when you get in. So we were two always, and sometimes, of course, sometimes people would be like, hey, what's up? You know, whatever, come in. Like, haha, sure, okay, and just move on. And if it still feels normal, if it's like just a little bit shady, we would usually say the opposite direction when we want to go. Well, just like saying as a mistake. You know? So, for example, if someone stops us when we had a sign and they stopped us, oh, I'm going there, but it was a little bit shady, like we didn't like the person, we said, oh, but we're actually going to this city. We just forgot to, and we made ourselves dumb.
Have you ever like got into a car and immediately regretted?
No.
Like you really feel the person before getting into a car?
Yeah, it's like never immediately regret it. Maybe after some time, for example, this grandpa, he was driving in Norway in mountains and it was so dangerous. He had like a van and I was sitting on the passenger seat and I saw that there's like 2 millimeters, but there was like really like a hill down, like it was in the mountains. I felt like I'm gonna die in this car. I'm gonna die because he was driving so like it was serpentines and stuff.
I thought you were gonna say 2 millimeters of alcohol in his
No
car.
of like space between the
Yeah,
road
I
and
understood, and the hill. Oh gosh.
oh my god! I wanted to like, I was telling him like, aren't you too close up there? No, it's fine. And also sometimes we found people who would not stop talking, and that's just like once he was a teacher
I was
and
not expecting that.
he he was driving us like basically 3 hours in Germany, and for the 3 hours he wouldn't shut up. And then he said even like when we were saying goodbye, he said, "Oh, I'm actually surprised that you stayed so long with me in the car because I spoke a lot." Yeah. So
I don't know.
situations.
I feel like if you hitchhike as part of like the experience, you have to talk to the person. Otherwise, it's like it's not
just
a taxi,
like using people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yes, you have to talk to the people and have the longest conversation about where you're from, where you live, what are you doing.
Yeah.
Even though it's like you might not see, you will never see them again unless you're like really someone that you really liked or something.
I mean, the reason why I wanted to try hitchhiking in the first place is that it's exciting. It's like you never know where you're gonna end up, and you basically don't have a not like that. It's like you don't have a plan, and maybe you're gonna end up in a city that you didn't count on, or maybe you're gonna end up somewhere.
Sorry, I'm just like a no girl on this.
It never happened to us that it was like a dangerous situation that
That's
they took us somewhere else. But yeah, maybe once. But I'm not gonna go into that. Anyways,
at least you're alive. You're here. I'm glad that. What?
No, it wasn't that dangerous.
Okay,
it was fine.
Like if you're two, I think you can fight someone together, unless there's more people on the car. Okay, I don't want to know.
Unless it's a full truck station of people.
A what?
Truck station.
What's a truck station?
Truck station, like the place where trucks sleep in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like the last thing I would go. I've seen like I'm just traumatized.
It was a bad day.
I'm so traumatized because I just like looked at this like I don't know what it was, a BI or whatever the series was about like crimes, and there was crimes about like truck drivers committing crimes. It's like so dangerous. Like no offense to all the truck drivers, but really they scare me. I don't know. They spend a lot of time by themselves. You know what I mean? Like a lot. I don't know. I'd also be scared of like people asking for something, and you know what I mean, like for something as a reward.
Yeah, but also this never happened.
Okay, that's so
and
nice.
I really don't see it happening. It's like
people asking you to do.
It's like this thing you would sense in the beginning.
Okay,
because normal person wouldn't say it.
Yeah, that's
ever.
True.
And the weirdos would say it, but you wouldn't get in the car with weirdos.
Yeah.
But I was saying that I was hitchhiking because it was super exciting, and you don't know where you end up.
Yes.
Meaning like it's a road and it's an excitement. Plus it also teaches you so much about life. Like for example, patience.
Yes, that's true.
And talking to a lot of people, it gives you so many new insights. It's like we met so many interesting people. They give you inspiration. They talk to you, and you can basically. There's this specific dynamics between you and the person you're sitting with, because they are like, I'm never gonna see you again, so I'm just gonna tell whatever. It's like I had a girl who was telling me about her boyfriend problems, and we ended up having such a nice conversation about my boyfriend problems. It was just so nice. And so these little things, and also there's the exhaustion and there's the adrenaline, and then sometimes we would go in like a really fancy car. Sometimes we would go in a the car that tows other cars, or like that when a car gets broken, the other car comes.
Like the trucks kind of. Really?
Yeah, we went into that, and actually so many more things. We went a whole bus stop for us.
Like a whole bus?
Yeah, a whole bus. and trucks, of course, normal cars. So many. I don't know why I don't remember now, but it's like it's exciting. It's like we had so much fun.
Yes.
But where I'm going to is like I don't hitchhike now. It's because I feel like I just grew up.
Yeah.
It was something exciting that I wanted to try when I was younger, and it was worth it. It was so much fun. But I don't feel like it's a stable thing or something, because you don't really create any friendships. You just are on the road and that's it. You're never gonna see the people, and then it becomes like a routine. You have to say the same things again and again, and then you actually I ended up not really interested in the people. And then it was actually like using the people, and I don't feel comfortable with that. We just talked. Yeah, it's just not nice to use people for your own purpose, and that's why I stopped. It's like as soon as I felt like actually I don't really want to talk to the people, I was like, okay, I'm done with it. I would rather just buy a bus ticket.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just like, it's like meeting new people. Sometimes it's very exhausting. So it's like the whole conversation. I hate it through internationals. I cannot imagine like through hitchhiking. Every time you hitchhike, maybe in a trip, on one way, you have to hitchhike 3 or 4 cars if you want to go from from one country to another. It's like a lot of people, you have to tell them your whole story. Yes, I'm here. We are friends. We're here. Well, I live here, but she lives there, and we meet and we travel and blah 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 blah. But I'm glad it was still like a good experience. Have you ever hitchhiked around outside Europe?
No,
only Europe. Nice.
I'm never planning to.
Okay, racist. Just kidding.
It's just because I know Europe and I know the rules. I don't know the rules in different countries.
Yeah.
And I don't want to tempt it.
No, I get it. I really do. I mean, I just know one person. I mean, for example, I just kind of, the only place I can compare with is Morocco. And it's a big thing because I've seen it like in the streets among boys, mostly men. Then Tomasz, of course, friend of ours that is also from Czech Republic. So when I met you guys, both from Czech Republic, that both hitchhike and sleep, and I was like, are you related or something? Anyways,
both hitchhike and sleep.
Sleep out there in the mountains while hitchhiking.
But that I actually kept. I love sleeping just outside in the mountains.
Yeah, no,
it's the
I
best
get it.
feeling ever.
It's a very nice feeling. I do like it sometimes, and mostly in Norway because that's the only places where I would feel safe sleeping in the woods. But yeah, that's the only other person I've heard that hitchhiked outside Europe, which is Morocco, and he loved the experience. And if you go to a country like Morocco where people are so welcoming and people like they invite you even to their place and stuff, it's super nice. But then you go to Sweden and people are like, no, I'm not taking you nay, like what they say.
Yeah. And it's a huge difference, I know,
Yeah.
And I actually can imagine it from my experience in India that people just met us and they were like, oh, do you want to come over? We can have some tea, we can have something. It's something else, like they really want to meet you.
Yeah.
But some of the people on hitchhiking, they don't really care about you. And then it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And I think that especially up here, up north, it's a bit like this. Like, I don't really care about you.
Big statement about our
oh my
dearest.
God, it was such a big statement.
Big statement to our dearest Danes, Norwegians, and Swedes that live around us, knife or die.
Okay, let me just like put it in the good way.
It's like people don't care about you. You tell me, but like, how many people do we know that are actually Danes? Not that many. My coworkers. That's it. That's all my Danish experience. So I get it. Some people care.
What I meant.
You're so red.
Because I shouldn't have said it.
People up here just don't care about you. But it's okay.
No.
You'll learn.
I mean more like they have their own communities. They have their families and friends, and they don't really go out of their way to meet new people. True. And that's what we do actually as well now. We don't really meet new people because we have ourselves and we're so comfortable in our group, which is not a bad thing. But when I said that they don't care about you, it sounded so bad.
No,
I didn't mean it.
No, it's
like
fine.
This.
No one cares, literally. They don't care. Oh my god, the table. They would listen to you and like, okay, I don't care. Anyways, Danes love you. Swedes, Norwegians. No. Norwegians actually the nicest people.
Danish actually as well. Like when you get to know a Dane, actually, they're so sweet.
At the beginning, they're like, and then they're like, ah.
They're so sweet when you get to know them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I think we're gonna close the episode for today. Every time we talk together, we talk for hours and hours,
and no one cares.
Oh my god, we didn't do the ad break, and you didn't remind me.
I didn't, but I was thinking about it.
Well, we're not gonna do it now because it's like it doesn't fit. But you have to tell me your talent for today.
Special talent.
Another special talent.
As if I have some.
Yeah. If you do, girl. You have a lot of talents. What?
Tell me. I don't know. I came up with the piano last time.
Yeah. Valerie is a very good teacher. Can you believe that? She is.
Some of my students would disagree.
Shut up. Freaking, we don't care about that. Like, no, stop it. You're not. She's a very good teacher. And I think, that's it. That's all she can give us.
Instead of that, I would say I'm a good listener.
You are a very good listener.
That's my talent, actually. I like listen to people, and I think I can just like understand.
Yes. Okay. I get that. Talent. Yes, I like that. And I wanted to say something else and I forgot. So, yes, we usually, Celia and I, we give the name of the episode at the end of the episode, which some people think it's lame, but I don't think so. If you had to name this episode, would you say?
Traveling experience.
We have a lot of traveling episodes already. Okay. Like a lot.
Then, why not to hitchhike?
Yes. Hitchhiking. Why not to do it? Or why not to hitchhike? I like that. Okay, thank you very much for today. And I really hope you liked their episode. And I love you all. And
subscribe. Subscribe, like.
You did not do that. Okay, subscribe, like, and follow. And we love you. Bye. See you next week with Celia. Bye.